So, because of Trump, I just lost my job. Yeah. In fact, my entire department just lost their jobs. I was one of the head research analysts in charge of discovering how much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood. But according to our government, that answer doesn't matter anymore. I mean, all those years, all that research, it's just gone. And you know the craziest part is now the world may never know the answer to how much wood could a woodchuck chuck. I'm sorry. Thank you for listening.
Hey, well, he's getting rid of Medicaid. And here in this very poor, very red state that I live in, Medicaid is under a program called TennCare. That's our version of Medicaid. And it's 65% federally funded. So when that money's gone, a bunch of you all are going to be dropped from TennCare. I hope they keep kids covered. But the rest of you, you're going to be in my world. Either you're going to have to pay for coverage or you're not going to have insurance. And you just hope you don't get sick. Yep, I've listened to you sing the praises of Trump while getting your TennCare. I've heard you talk about Biden while you got your TennCare. Well, to use one of your all's favorite little sayings, you're getting ready to find out because Daddy's home.
Some people aren't going to like to hear this, but that farmer guy in Missouri, Skylar Holden or whatever, who lost his farm, voted for Trump, and now he is maybe not regretting his vote, but he's having conversations, he's digging into things, he's doing his research, he's finding primary sources, he's asking how to educate himself, he's engaging with comments about, you know, other political things like racism and expressing interest in learning. Those are the people, if you are a white person, if you have the energy to do it, and it's not going to make you jump off a bridge, those are the people that we need to be having conversations with. We do not need to be purity testing them. We don't need to have a gotcha moment. We need to find points of connection and communication, and we need to lean into that to fix problems together. I'm gonna be honest, I don't care if that guy is pro-life. That is not my battle with that person or that type of person. I started learning about racism, classism, ableism, transphobia, you know, all of the isms after I learned about feminism through a very, you know, third wave white feminist lens, and I connected with specific parts of that movement that exposed me to other movements of fighting oppression. We need to find the way in with these people who are experiencing this for the first time, even if it's very frustrating because we've known this whole time that this is going to happen. We need to find those points of connection, and we can work on the other things later. Again, I'm specifically asking white people to do this work, especially if you have intersecting layers of privilege. Like, I'm cisgender, I appear to be straight, and so they will take me, people like that will take me a lot more seriously than they would take, you know, a more visibly queer person when they're having those conversations. So if you have the privilege, you need to be putting yourself, you know, in the front, just like we do at protests, to be having these conversations, even if they're incredibly frustrating and difficult to have sometimes, because that's the only way we're going to get out of this giant fucking shit show.
If I have to be just bluntly honest, the way the federal workers are losing their jobs seems like a hostile takeover. They got that fork in the road letter from OPM, like got it at night when they were at home, probably not even checking their emails. There was an offer for a buyout or resignation with very few days to think about it. Most people are saying, oh, he's cutting waste from the government. But if that were the case, each person's job would have been evaluated. Their performance would have been evaluated in some cases. They'd have been put on a performance improvement plan, and there are usually conversations about how to improve, but none of this happened. People were eliminated from their jobs without even a plan for restructuring the departments or putting other people in those places or consolidating roles. None of this discussion happened like you would normally see in a workplace. This is essentially a hostile takeover. I'm coming in and you guys are getting out. But if you think about Project 2025, it did say that federal employees will be replaced by Trump loyalists. So they probably have in mind people that they want for those positions already. And these people may not even be qualified to do those jobs.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, Africans. I hope you're doing fine where you are. And if you ain't doing fine, please do fine where you are. Yes. So we all know this thing that has been going on, the FAFO. I don't want to spell it. I don't feel it's appropriate to even spell it. And the MAGA thing in the US. Apparently, this is a propaganda that is being pushed by someone in a higher place so that someone else should look bad. You know, I've asked here, I've asked there, and that is something I'm coming to understand. The MAGA and the FAFO thing that is going on right now is an agenda to tarnish the image of the President of the United States of America. Yep. So a lot of people are taking a ride on this. Yep. They say that a rising tide raises all boats, right? But only the boats which are on the shore are the ones which are being raised. So there is always something to learn from every negative circumstance. And one thing that I learned with this MAGA and FAFO thing going on right now is that a lot of people have lost their jobs because they voted for the president of the United States of America, the current president right now, Donald Trump 2.0. It's the second time he's in power. Now, these people voted for him and now they are regretting their votes. It's not news. It happens everywhere, you know. Politicians are never people who are real. Politicians just speak things so that we can have a feel-good moment. But, you know, the feel-good moment does not last long. You know, it fades away the moment they come into power. They come into power and now they show you the real image, because now the reverse gears are not available. You can't apply reverse gears, you know. So Donald Trump, many Americans voted for him. We had the Latinos, we had the people from Venezuela, we had the black people, and some of these people are complaining, including the Arabs as well, because some of these people are being deported back to their countries. They thought that now, because they are voting, America will be their country and they will be having that greener pasture concept. It's not happening. So even white people are losing jobs in the United States of America because they voted for Trump. Sometimes before you vote, you need to have a clear mind. Don't be emotional, don't be angry, and don't be happy. When you're happy, you don't make good choices. When you're angry, you also don't make good choices. When you're going to vote, you should vote with a clear mind. And this is something we should learn. I want us to watch some of these videos, and then I shall get back and share with you my perspective on what I think about this MAGA and FAFO thing and why is Trump doing what he is doing. You know, let's dive in.
I have to admit, our newly elected president is exceeding my expectations. In just like 2-3 days of being in office. I mean, I knew it was likely, but like to see it happen, I can't be the only one. There's some sweet justice in just the FAFO-ness of it all. Oh my God, I can't believe he's doing this already. Or, oh my God, I'm shocked. Any of us that did not vote for him are absolutely not shocked. He's doing exactly what we were trying to warn so many of you about for months. But y'all are hard-headed. Y'all are hard-headed. Y'all are so hard-headed. And my very blue liberal heart is full, knowing that it is likely not going to take as long as I dreadfully thought it might for more and more people to wake up and smell the stank of what is Trump and all of his little minions and friends, especially the billionaire ones. Yeah, you thought they're here for you. You thought they're going to sit here and uphold your organizations and uphold you as an individual and like look out for the working man and the people that are the have-nots. boy, are you in for a surprise. And I'm so glad to see it smacking you right in the face, not even 48 to 72 hours after he's been in office. I'm still a little sour over the fact that so many of us are gonna have to suffer along with you, but you know what? My people that are right here in my circle, I hope you find some comfort knowing that it doesn't look like this FAFO shit show is gonna last as long as we probably thought it might. Yeah, I really don't see much of America dealing with years of this. I don't. So yeah, never fret. Stay strong, resist like hell, don't give in, call the bullshit out when you see it, and lean into community and each other. We're gonna get through this, no matter how dark it gets, but we will get through, and in the end, we will be standing.
And today we have an example of fuck around and find out on a micro level instead of a macro level. There is a notorious Trump supporter that lives in my apartment building, and I have never been a fan, but I have always ignored him. I've heard all kinds of stories of some of the things that he has said to some of the other residents in the building, particularly women. And one of my neighbors has repeatedly asked me to walk her home because she has to go past this guy's porch. His deck, his outside patio. And he'll say things to her. So she's always like, can you just walk me home? Just walk me to my door so I can get past this guy's patio so he won't talk to me. So he's already established himself as a menace. He was walking around with his MAGA hat all summer long. Not a fan. He's largely left me alone because I'm giving him the chilliest fuck you vibes that I can muster. Today I'm outside walking my dog, and as luck would have it, he is approaching us on the path. We're going in opposite directions, so we're about to pass each other. So I am, ironically, playing Defying Gravity on my phone, having just seen Wicked last night. Just listening to my music, walking my dog, minding my business, just about to pass this guy. And he says, "Hi there." And I just keep walking, totally ignore him. And he didn't like that. So he decides to follow it up with, "What's the matter? You don't like me?" Listen, sir, we were coexisting. I was being civil in the face of all the comments that you have made about the women that live in this building, in the face of my friend and neighbor asking me to escort her home past you so that you would not harass her. And I have shown great restraint in not saying anything to you up until today. So you're going to fuck around? Now you're going to find out. So he says, "What's the matter? You don't like me?" And I stopped. I made strong, cold eye contact. And I said, "I am not interested in getting to know you because from everything that I have seen and heard, I am certain that I would not like you." And then I cranked Defying Gravity and I walked away. I didn't stick around to give him a chance to reply. I'm not interested in a conversation. A few years ago, I would have played the game, right? The game that all women know. Oh, I would have laughed and smiled and said something stupid or silly to diffuse the situation, to massage this guy's ego, to placate him. "Oh no, I'm tired, or I'm busy, or of course I like you. Why wouldn't I? Oh, you have such a cute dog," some bullshit. But I'm not playing by the patriarchal rules anymore. I'm done. Fuck it. In the words of Cynthia Erivo, something has changed within me. You fuck around.
Ready for the ultimate fuck around and find out? Here it comes. Watch this, and then we'll discuss.
I need your help to save my farm and many other farms. I wanted to give you guys
Okay, this Jethro is experiencing the ultimate MAGA FAFO moment. I don't know if you've seen his videos, but he's posted a couple of videos where he's basically come on here and he said, "I voted for Trump because, well, in a nutshell, because he loves Trump's hate agenda. He doesn't like the fact that immigrants are coming here and taking money from the government. Taking money from the government is evil. You should pull up your own bootstraps and work." So in the next sentence, he comes out and he says, "I voted for Trump and Trump took away my government subsidy that helped my farm stay in business. So send me money. Trump took away the government subsidy that Biden put in place that kept me in business. Now that Trump took it away, I need your help. Send me money." So my question to you is, do we send this Jethro money? I mean, he is now getting the bill for his hate agenda. His hate agenda comes with a price. He didn't know it. Maybe he didn't realize it. Maybe he thought it would never bounce back on him. But now that it's affecting him personally, he's asking for us to give him money. Now, my answer to this, I don't know what your answer is going to be, whether you want to give him money or not. But my answer is, from me, you get fucko. Because if I were to give you money, Jethro, that would make me woke. And you hate woke. You hate the woke left because they show kindness, compassion, and consideration for other people. And that's just too woke for you. So I'm going to live by your standard. And I'm not going to be woke, which means I'm not going to give you one red fucking cent, because that's what I feel you fucking deserve. What about the rest of you? What say you? Do you give him money?
The President of the United States just tweeted out a AI meme photo of himself dressed up like a gangster next to a sign that says "fuck around and find out" with a smiley face underneath it. Welcome to the year 2025. Enjoy the fucking show. That's right. We are less than a week into the presidency. Less than 1 week. Wow. Wow.
We voted for Trump because he promised while he was campaigning like a million times that when he got into office, he was going to bring down prices, bring down grocery prices. The inflation has been high ever since COVID, and he promised he would bring that down. But it's obvious to me now that that was not true. Egg prices have skyrocketed. The bird flu is killing all the birds, and he doesn't seem to be doing anything about that. He's stopping disease communications from the disease centers in America, pulled us out of the WHO. Like, how does that help anything? And yeah, all he's been doing is taking away rights and freedoms, or trying to. He's not doing anything about the economy. So yeah, we totally regret our vote at this point. We've had a really tough time here in North Carolina. Half of my house got washed away in Hurricane Helene, and I applied for FEMA assistance and we got approved. But now Trump is canceling FEMA and emergency assistance to people. He's also canceled Medicaid for my children. I know they said they put a halt on his freezing of the funds, but the Medicaid portal is still not working, so we can't access anything for our children's health insurance.
Hey, so did we not tell you that he was going to do this? Also, he's wanting to get rid of the Board of Education, like we told you. It's like we said, oh, Project 2025 was real, and you all said, no, it's not real, that's a lie. And then now he wants to take over the Gaza Strip, and he's okay with ethnic cleansing. Y'all literally voted for Hitler 2.0. And not a single one of you MAGA people realize that you are also going to be next on the chopping block. Not a single one of you MAGA people will admit that you're wrong, even though it is quite clear that you are wrong. For everybody who didn't vote for Trump, it's all hands on deck. For everybody who did vote for Trump, I only wish that you are affected by what he's doing. Also, don't start crying whenever all the things that start happening to you because of what he's doing starts happening to you. The price of everything going up, us losing our freedoms, everything. Do not cry. This is your fault.
It's time to give FAFO a rest. Pack it up. Enough is enough. What is bad for them is also bad for you. I get it. You're angry. You're frustrated. They voted for this and you didn't. Blah, blah, blah. It doesn't matter anymore. I understand being angry and frustrated and tired, especially back in November and December. I understand being petty back in January, but it's February now and it's getting worse. And what is bad for them is bad for you. And that's not clicking. I need y'all to lock in. Never mind that y'all can't find empathy for your neighbors. That's a different talk. It's getting to a point now where y'all are not taking what this government is doing seriously. It is also bad for you. The amount of women I see who are like, well, I still get to vote in 2028, even though my super conservative neighbor doesn't get to because she changed her last name. Ha ha ha. Stop laughing. It's not funny. Never mind the fact that this is a huge rollback against the rights of women in the first place. You think this is where they're stopping? You think that less than 100 days into this administration, and we're already here, and you think 4 years from now you're showing up to the booth? Are you serious? Not only are you letting your pettiness and your frustration snip away at some of the core beliefs that I believe so many of you say you hold near and dear to your hearts, but it's snipping away at your ability to think long term. You know, maybe the first can't afford eggs now, was kind of funny. But at this point, it's not funny. There's nothing to laugh about. They are rolling back our rights at such a rapid pace, and y'all don't seem to understand that they're not stopping there. It doesn't stop once married women can't vote. It doesn't stop once immigrants are gone. It doesn't stop.
You know, there is a story that is told about a scorpion, and this scorpion had a friend who was called the frog, you know. Now, one time the frog decided that he wanted to cross the stream and go to the other side, which was now green. This other side was drying up, so they had to go to the other face. And so he decided to pack his belongings, and he decided, now let me go ahead. Now when he was going, when he reached the banks of the river, he met the scorpion. The scorpion told him, oh, my friend, please don't let me die here. Give me a lift, carry me on your back, and then I shall be grateful to you. I shall give you some of my properties, which is on the other side of the river. And the frog said, are you sure? Because you know, I hear that you sting people. Are you sure that you won't sting me? The scorpion said, how can I sting you? If I sting you, see, we will fall in the river and we both die. I don't want to die. Actually, I'm escaping this side because I don't want to die. I don't want to die of famine, and I also don't want to die of drowning, you know. Now the scorpion was convincing the frog. So the scorpion, cut it short, the scorpion was able to convince the frog. And now they decided to move along with the journey, right? So the frog carried the scorpion on its back. Now when they were close to the middle of the journey, in the middle of the river, the frog cried, the scorpion had beat the frog in the middle of the journey. The frog cried, and the scorpion just beat it, and it injected its poison on the frog's body. The frog really cried a lot, and he said, brother, why are you doing this to me? Brother, why are you doing this to me? He said, I'm sorry, brother. It is my nature to bite. It is in the nature of the scorpion to bite people. It happens that the frog was just its victim that time. Even if it means that the scorpion is going to die, it is its nature to bite. This situation is likened to the situation in the United States of America. I was just giving you a symbolical representation. First of all, we have the frog. The frog represents the innocent citizens. Then we have the scorpion. The scorpion represents the wicked politician. They are never honest. They are dishonest. Actually, there is no honor among thieves. Politicians have squandered and have made public resources for their own. In Africa, we see that a lot. In America, that is happening. So, what is happening right now is that Trump showed Americans who he was very, very long time ago, but the Americans didn't believe. You know, we have a woman called Maya Angelou. Maya Angelou said that if someone shows you who they are, you believe them first. One thing I like about Trump is that he does not choose who to criticize. He does not choose his victims. Even white people like him are losing jobs. Black people are losing jobs. Latinos are losing jobs. Venezuelans are losing jobs. Arabs are losing jobs. We have Pakistanis, Palestinians, and everyone is losing jobs. That's how he does his things. You know, he has that concept of making America great. Making America great might mean different things to different people. To Trump, it might mean people losing their jobs. You know, that is how he might believe He's trying to work in favor of the United States of America. But is he really doing this? Is he really working to make America great? Or is he bringing America to its downfall? Right now, what we are seeing right now, the MAGA and the FAFO, this is an agenda to show and to paint the image of the president of America. For people to see, people to air their opinion. Yeah, because those videos are getting a massive, abnormal amount of views. Yeah, it's someone somewhere is working so hard to ensure someone somewhere looks bad to the eyes of the community. Yeah. But remember, if we see Trump, let's see the scorpion. And if we see the frog, let's see the citizens. These people are, the frog and the scorpion are representatives of what happens in a society. The United States of America actually is a country which is a multiracial. Nobody really belongs in that country except the Red Indians. That is the person who really, really belongs into that country. Even Trump himself does not belong there. He should go back to Germany. He doesn't belong there. Yeah? If people are being deported, people are losing jobs, he should be a victim as well. Yep. This is EFK Original Documentaries. If you like what I do, kindly subscribe. I will so much appreciate. See you in the next one. Let's discuss further.